Today, we're comparing two of the most iconic full-size luxury SUVs on the market, the 2026 Cadillac Escalade and the 2026 Lincoln Navigator. They start close in MSRP, but real buyers don't pay MSRP, and the real resale value after 5 years tells a completely different story. These two SUVs get cross-shopped constantly. People compare the space, the V8 power, the tech-heavy interiors, the bragging rights. But when you look at actual money, the trims people really buy and the prices they actually pay, Escalade and Navigator owners end up spending very different amounts over time. Based on real transaction data, not MSRP, the most commonly purchased trim for the Escalade ends up around $94,000 when new. The most commonly purchased Navigator trim is even higher, landing around $102,000 when real buyers sign the paperwork. These are the prices people actually pay in the real world. Now let's move 5 years into the future. Market data shows the Escalade will be worth around $36,600 after 5 years, which means it loses about 61% of its value. The Navigator keeps about $41,600, losing roughly 59% over the same period. This is where people finally feel the pain. If you divide that 5-year loss by 60 months, Escalade owners are losing around $957 every month, just in depreciation. Navigator owners lose even more in raw dollars, about $1,008 a month, simply because the Lincoln starts at a higher price. There are a few reasons these two SUVs slide differently. Escalades are extremely popular as lease vehicles. When thousands of lease returns hit the used market at the same time, prices sink fast. Navigators sell in lower numbers, which helps them hold value a bit better. Brand perception also plays a role. Cadillac has the flashier image, while Lincoln buyers are more conservative and tend to hold on to their SUVs longer. And finally, maintenance expectations matter. When you're dealing with air suspension, massive wheels, and luxury electronics, long-term ownership scares off some buyers on the used market. One thing about the Escalade most people don't realize is how much its popularity actually hurts its resale value. It's the best-selling full-size luxury SUV in America, which sounds great until you remember that high sales mean tons of lease returns flooding the market. More supply, lower resale. Even people who love Escalades are fighting against the basic laws of economics. And here's a fact about the Navigator. It consistently scores higher than the Escalade in long-term interior durability tests, especially the leather, trim pieces, and electronic controls. That small advantage builds trust on the used market. Buyers may not talk about it out loud, but they definitely pay more for a Navigator that still feels tight and solid after 5 years. So here's the bottom line. If you're buying these two SUVs new today, the Escalade will cost you slightly less per month in depreciation, but the Navigator ends up being worth more money after 5 years. The Lincoln holds value just a bit better, while the Cadillac drops faster but starts at a lower real-world price. Tell me which two vehicles I should compare next.